There we go. I just switched it to my fancy alert package because Bacon triggered my samurai alert package. Theme song. You guys ready for theme song? Theme song.
Triggered.
Theme song.
Theme song.
Theme song.
Hey, oh yeah.
Theme song.
Sneak.
Live.
You're live.
Yeah, I had to go unlive and then relive.
What
So
happened?
do I have to host you again?
Probably. Fired up. We are live. What happened is I've been broadcasting at 1080 on my usual streams.
Put it in that chair.
But when I do Fancy Schmancy, I do 720 because for some reason my PC doesn't like having a full video call and a broadcast at the same time. So I just lower my quality and we're good to go. So.
And we like to reach those countries that are not currently servicing the 1080p. So
That also is probably true.
yes.
Possibly.
I just like to say,
Probably.
y'all all look super crispy tonight.
Thanks. You're also a crispy looker.
I am seeing the quality is pretty ramped up here. I don't know.
Hey, Thanatos,
Yeah.
hosty schmosty. With the mosty. Tell Tam Tam to shut
Oh
the
my
fuck
God.
up. Jesus Christ.
Sneak says, "Shut the fuck up."
Tell her I said it too.
And Bacon,
Stop
he
copying
says,
me.
"I
Don't
second
jump
that."
on the bandwagon.
Put my name on that card too.
Everybody.
Says,
Everybody.
"I'm
Everyone
with the
decided their name to that
Canadian."
one.
I'll say okay, and I'm with it too. Sorry,
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Sorry
but
about
fuck
that.
you, eh?
sorry about that.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking Degens from US.
So I said it last week, but I'll say it again this week. Fucking crazy fucking week, huh?
It's like it's a never-ending circle of shit.
I actually didn't do like terribly
It's ongoing, you
this
know?
week, like as far as the usual bullshit. Like work was decent and shit like that, but
It wasn't too bad, but it's still shit.
yeah, I don't
Shit
like
is
this new norm thing, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Bill Murray Groundhog Day shit is getting old, man.
It certainly is.
Yeah, where
It certainly is. Do you know someone who's doing a really good job dealing with the COVID?
Not Florida.
And I don't know if it's just because he's that awesome or what, but Keanu Reeves, you guys.
Keanu Reeves does great in everything, though.
Keanu Reeves is like he's probably the second coming of Christ.
he's immune to COVID.
That's
Yeah.
probably a fair
He's the
statement.
cure.
He is probably the cure.
So
Yeah.
like something that we didn't mention in our notes as far as Keanu, there's a couple things that you guys did talk about, but one of the things that I wanted to point out is also he's going to reprise the role of John Constantine.
I heard that.
Super stoked
I
about
did not
that.
hear that.
I loved Constantine. Like
Me
even
too.
even before I knew it was like a comic book, I didn't know, but even before I knew it was a comic book, I loved the story. It's like super dark. It's religious, but not like Christian, if that makes sense.
It's
And-
not thumping, Bible thumping.
Yes, it's very much like they use religion the same
But
way they
not-
would use magic in a fantasy story.
but not done like mockingly or
Right?
anything.
No, there's like
it's like there's a dark side to everything.
yeah, super good. Like it's super good. It's made years ago, and
It got a bad rap.
fuck them, dude.
but I loved
it's a
it.
great movie. But also
Is this thing on?
he's writing a comic book called Berserker,
I saw that.
Berserker,
Hold on.
and he is the main character, which I think is pretty neat. If you're Keanu Reeves and you're making a comic book, don't make somebody else the main character. Definitely make it yourself.
Yes.
Because you're fucking amazing.
Well, I mean, he's doing well. Like in the past couple of years, I don't know what you guys know about Keanu as far as his history, but it's fucking it's horrible. Like what's happened to this guy, and he's still like a bastion of positive energy. So
Yeah, for the guy to be just the fucking shining symbol of positivity and all that is right with the world is
2005.
fucking amazing.
You're
But
absolutely right.
he has been handed a pretty shitty card, but he's making the best of it. Keanu Reeves. He's been through some shit, seen some stuff.
Steve.
He's time traveled and rescued the princess.
Everybody loves him, Tam Tam. Everybody fucking loves Keanu. You're not in an exclusive club.
So he's also for those of you who have been following this, he's also I think they're releasing Bill and Ted 3 this year. Is that this year?
September.
There you
September.
September is going direct to VOD and select theaters in the U.S.
go. Yeah. So basically,
He is also, just as an aside, currently filming the 4th installment of The Matrix.
Nope, he should have stopped three installments ago.
That doesn't change the fact that he's fucking doing it, Bacon. I didn't ask you what he should have done. I told you what he is doing.
Well,
True.
he shouldn't.
Woo! Set you right, son.
Well, he shouldn't.
Well, I mean, John Wick is over, so they're like, might
No,
as
it's
well.
No, it's not. They're
John Wick's
already
not
working
over,
on
yeah.
John Wick 4, man.
Yeah, after 4, it's over.
Look, Keanu can do whatever the fuck he wants. Whenever he wants to do it.
and you'll watch it.
He's Keanu. I
Yeah.
will, and I'll fucking enjoy it too.
Radio
You know about those
He
guys
wa-
killing his dog. too.
Ease up off Keanu's sack. All right.
No.
Man.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
saying.
Sorry.
I will not. And you can't fucking make me.
Thanatos said, and I quote, "He will have my babies."
You said
Wait,
that about
you
Matthew
said that?
McConaughey last night too, though.
All right.
so
All
which
right.
one?
All right.
Yeah, that was
There's a lot of
Matthew
babies
that,
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
that was McConaughey.
That's
right.
That was McConaughey. Yeah. A lot of lawbreakers in the house tonight. The only thing I know from Magic Mike, because like Louis C.K., I've watched that scene about 4,000 times. So I'm just
Never
putting
seen
that
it.
out there.
It's a good movie.
The law says you can't touch. No, honestly, it really is actually a decent fucking movie.
Bullshit.
Which movie?
Magic Mike.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen that. So
I'd say watch it. It's not a bad movie at all.
Steve, if you ever want a buddy to watch Constantine with you, let me know, man. I would definitely
what
watch
was
it.
that? What was
That
that
is a-
Matthew McConaughey flick where he played the lawyer when that in I think it was
A Time to
Alabama?
Kill.
Big
Was
kill.
it when in
Yeah.
Alabama when it was the
Him and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
it was about the little girl who got dragged
Yeah,
behind the
and
truck?
Samuel Jackson's
Yeah.
like, yes, I think he deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah,
That was fuck. Do
was
that again.
incredible.
Snake, do that again.
That was pretty good.
That was
Do that
incredible.
again. Like
Hey, can you do
seriously.
it again?
I can't. It just has to happen.
Yeah,
Fuck.
the Lincoln Lawyer.
There's a
That's
VOD,
what it's
man. There's
called.
a
Was that
there's a
it was
VOD.
the Lincoln Lawyer? Okay.
No,
No,
it
it
was
wasn't.
Time to
It
Kill.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
McConaughey was in The Lincoln Lawyer.
Yeah.
He's
Also
been
a
a
very
lawyer a
good
couple times.
He hold on that was McConaughey, was it? There was
Fucking
there was
different
one where it
ones.
was I forget who it was, but like he basically ends up working for Satan. And it's called the Devil's Advocate.
That was Keanu
That's
Reeves.
Keanu. Okay,
That
that's
was
why it's in my
Keanu,
brain
yep.
because Keanu's
That
in it.
was.
Back to McConaughey though. I think we established last night that his best role may well be Agent Rust
Oh,
in the first season of True Detective.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere different with that one.
No,
Because
to me that's
listen.
the best thing I've seen him in.
The only time I ever almost rushed out of my house to buy a car was when I saw his commercials for the car.
Oh, the Lincoln commercials, yeah, those are, yeah.
Well, I honestly thought his best roles were the Time to Kill and Interstellar. Honestly,
Interstellar
I didn't
was
see Interstellar.
an
Underrated.
amazing movie.
What about
yeah, in my opinion.
Amazing movie.
what about Dazed and Confused?
It was alright.
Well,
I wasn't a fan of that movie.
That's
honestly,
a fucking
That's-
classic.
that's
though.
where-
I know it's a classic, and it's
That's
got
where
its
he-
good points. It's just not. very
Bacon,
entertaining
I
for
know
me
you
to
don't
sit
like
there
it,
and
That's
but
watch
where-
over and
it'd be a
over
lot
again.
cooler if you did.
I'll give him a rat
McConaughey
that.
started saying, "All right, all right, all right."
Do you like it more or less than you like dessert?
That's a good question.
I love dessert
No, you
compared
don't.
to that.
Compared to that movie, I'll allow that one.
Yeah.
Guys, Keanu's awesome. We'll talk about McConaughey next time. We're gonna move on to Glimish.
What the fuck is Glimish?
Hold on, pause. Radio Fish, True Detective season 1. It's probably one of the best TV shows I've ever watched about cops.
And confirm.
Very, very good. Very, very good. So good that I would watch season 1 3 times instead of watching season 2 and season 3.
I 100% agree with that statement. Yes.
Easy.
Best
Moving
show
on.
about cops
Glimish.
I've
What the
ever seen.
fuck is a Glimish?
Glimish is a
Glimish.
new streaming service that launched Wednesday that promotes itself as being by the community, for the community, all about the community. Let's fucking go, community! That's what Glimish
Fake
is.
news.
Are you going to join?
No,
I don't
have
mean like,
no
are you
reason
going to stream there? I mean like, are you going to make an account and like follow some people over
I
there?
already,
'Cause I've never heard of
I
anybody
already
over
have
there.
an account. I have an account. I'm going to check in on it, and you know,
Do you know anybody who's going to stream over there?
I don't know anybody yet. I know. I think we're all familiar with Dice.
Yep.
At least I know Canned and Sneak are. I know Dice is pretty big on it. I don't think he's going to be streaming on it, but he seems pretty excited about it.
Clearly.
Part owner.
I'm not that excited. No. I've got an account. I'll pop in and see what it's all about and see what the content looks like and all that.
That's the thing is like he's the only person I've ever seen actually talking about it. So anytime it pops up on my timeline, it's because he's tagged it or commented
Right.
or like retweeted. But I've also seen another place. What's it called? Trovo.
Yes.
Is that kind of the same deal? Like,
Trovo launched earlier this year. I actually do know a couple people that stream on Trovo.
how is that?
Trovo is, well, from what I've seen, a couple streams I've watched, it looks good. From what I've heard, there's like no bot integration of any kind yet. They did just apparently ruffle some feathers when they announced that like IRL category streams and stuff like that will not count towards your viewer
I
count
saw
for
that.
certain
That was the
things.
one thing that I remember seeing from Trovo.
Yeah,
Because they're
but-
because they're talking about partnering people, and what they're saying is you can be partnered here, but if you want to be counted as like your stats, you can't be in a just chatting directory.
Right.
It needs to be like a game directory.
from what I've heard from the couple people that I know that stream over there, because some of them are actually members of my other stream team.
Right.
That as far as just interface and actually streaming and that kind of thing, they've got nothing but positive to say about it. The couple streams I've watched have looked really good and that kind of thing, but it's just, you know, I'm not going to dive into the waters or anything personally.
I would be down to create an account and go check it out just to see what I can see, but after what happened with Mixer and like just how that whole thing went down, like a lot of people are very, very standoffish when it comes to any other platform besides like the 3 major ones. And Mixer used to be one of those major platforms, and the way it just fucking died and the way they just killed it without any real fanfare or information, like that's got to be such a devastating kind of blow for a lot of people.
Spell Glimish.
It's just Glimesh. Glimish. Ruffles.
Yeah.
Glimish.
What he said.
So it's just one of those things where like I'm very apprehensive when it comes to any new streaming platforms. I don't know if I'll ever migrate again.
Yeah, I can't, you know, short of getting banned from Twitch. I
can help you with that.
I know.
It's coming.
I don't need any help. I could do it myself.
All right.
Once you
Okay.
think you're safe,
So the only
You know.
way I could find the website is by doing a Google for it and excluding like 30 different things, and then finding its Twitter, and then finding the website.
Yeah, I could have told you to just go to Twitter first.
This isn't
Yeah.
going anywhere.
I mean, dude,
anytime
it's like brand new, like literally like a month old. I
this
think.
week. Oh,
I mean, they soft launched Wednesday, so that was like these guys are just out of the womb, as it
soon.
were.
There is 0 people streaming on it right
It
now.
sounds like a skin condition. You're right.
it's a golden blemish.
Look at
Like,
my
all
Glimish.
All of the links take you to nowhere except for the join our Discord.
Nick.
I don't think it's
Nick.
actually up for people to stream on yet.
No.
Oh,
Does this
maybe you have
Glimish?
to try it out through.
Does my Glimish look infected?
Yeah, you should probably put
Should I
lavender
put some
oil.
ointment on there?
If I get a flashlight, can you look up my Glimish?
You should probably go to your OBGYN for that. I'm just saying.
There's pus coming out of my Glimish.
We're
Is
all
that
making fun
normal?
of it. Watch, we're gonna be on there, and like next year, we're all gonna be Glimish partners.
Hey, guys. So it's obvious that there's many people sitting around in garages now going, okay, Mixer is shut down. Let's step in and be the next the big thing. But is that the trend we're on, where we're going to be getting 1 to 2 new streamer platforms in the next few years until they all look at the same chart we looked at last spring and said, no one's even close, don't bother?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, and I can't necessarily say there's anything wrong with people trying to step in and take advantage of what is an incredibly fast-growing industry. Just you're gonna have to have your shit together from the word go, or you're not gonna fucking last.
Which, like Nick just said, no one's even streaming to it. If they soft launched on Wednesday and they don't have a streamer, at least one streamer, at all times, like they're pretty much failing already.
Well, let me log into my account. Let me log into my account
and broadcast this for us.
I'll start broadcasting this show for you. How's that sound?
Also, Radio Fish says we should just start throw letters against the wall, and whatever sticks will be the next streaming platform. It'll be like Google Glock. Guys, let's all stream to Google Glock starting tomorrow.
I do like Glimish more than I like Brime as a name.
I think Brime was a joke, you guys. That's like
what happened to Brime? Yeah,
deep,
exactly.
deep conspiracy joke.
I think it was just mispronounced. It's supposed to be a parody, and to Beam, it's Bream. You know, with R. It's a silent R.
I think you're trying to be too smart right now, Canned.
Yep.
Overthinking shit. That's what I always do.
Yeah.
Also, Bacon, thanks for the sub on Can's channel. That was super neat of you.
That's pretty awesome, bud. Thank you.
Super neat.
Let my message go through.
Oh, hold on. I got to get on to
He has to say
actual
yes to it.
Twitch.
Goddamn auto mod.
So we're gonna skip over Glimish. Maybe we'll just keep an eye on it. Hopefully, take my sub
get
and go
in on-
fuck yourself, Chief. Oh, I like that. That's neat.
Let's get in there on the ground level. I
There
think
you go.
that's important.
I can't even create an account with Glemish.
Why?
Keep trying, please.
Why?
They've already banned him.
Starting tomorrow, I will be streaming exclusively on Glimish.
You just crashed the server, Nick?
I will be streaming exclusively on Pornhub.
So,
Just saying.
dude, actually, and I'm not saying that I use Pornhub, but when I was on there the other day, I saw someone Minecraft video.
I'm not saying I use it, but when I was using it the other day,
Allegedly.
Of all things, Minecraft.
When I was using Bacon's login,
Guys,
no.
guys, no one's even been there in such a long time. But Prime's free right now. If you guys want to join up,
Pays for porn.
Prime's free, so no one.
Let's see. What was that website again?
Pornhub.
Someone had uploaded a Minecraft playthrough. That was like a Minecraft video in the main feed. It's weird.
There's a guy who all he does
is wholesome stuff, right? It's like here's
does the
here's me
wholesome
making a
stuff, like-
sandwich.
Yep, and you know he sits there and says, "You're beautiful. Thank you for being you." He's
Yes.
like Stuart Smalley.
Super positive,
mean-
dude.
what did you tell me when I
Gosh
was
darn
first
it,
starting
people
out, Sneak?
like me.
Sneak, you
Told
told
you
me
lots of
put your
stuff.
content. You told me put your content everywhere.
I also told you not to
So-
show your face in public, but here we are. So
Well, yeah, you know.
He's not wrong.
Bacon remembered and took his cam off.
I mean, dude, you're absolutely right. Like, put your content everywhere. If you can get it there, get it there. I don't have a Pornhub account. I
Lies.
visit
lies.
it so seldomly that it's not like a.
He canceled that a couple years ago.
No.
you
He's
don't
got
need an
soft-
account.
He's got soft hands now.
I've got another business
That moist
over on
ass.
Global Glorks. I do like lots of porn feed stuff. So
Oh, over on Glimish.
find me on Global Glorks or Chebler Rocks.
Sneak has got his
I'm
only
also
fawns.
partnered with Klop 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 Klop, so you guys are totally down to follow me there as well.
And don't forget, Sneak is also partnered on OnlyFlans.
OnlyFlans.
Yes. Only flans.
No more Xbox Gold, you guys.
There is no gamers streaming on Pornhub at this point in time.
Not yet. Soon.
No, like as this very second, nobody's
Putting that account to use, huh?
I'm not saying that
Put our
I
show
watch.
on there.
I'm not saying that I watch Pornhub or even go on that site, but I saw the other day naked gamer girl
Cool.
I'm okay with that. Which
She was doing exactly like anybody else would do, playing a game naked, talking to chat. She was talking more about her boobies than anything else, but I mean, that's what she was
sent
doing.
me a confirmation link, so I click it. This confirmation link is invalid.
Nick, they just don't want you on the fucking platform, dude.
They've already banned them.
You're shadow banned already.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're
Isn't
not
that great?
already been.
You're not
shadow
getting in,
banned.
Nick. You're not allowed on Glish. But you're the one who posted this story, Nick. What's going on with Xbox Gold?
So, Xbox Gold membership is no longer being offered by the Xbox Store or the Microsoft Online Store as of like what?
Do you think they're
12
going to
days
give refunds for when they finally cancel the full subscription? Because I've got like 2 years of Gold.
What they're doing is they're kind of morphing it into Game Pass. So Game Pass is going to be the Gold. So basically, your Gold subscription is going to turn into Game Pass
Ultimate.
I have two more. I have two more years of Game Pass
So
with my
you're
2 more years
probably
of
going
Gold.
to get
So
going to get a year and a half of Game Pass added to your.
Neat.
okay, so
I'll take
hold on. Does that? Are you insinuating that we'll be able to play with friends even if we don't have gold?
You
Or-
will have to have Game Pass.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just bundling it back together.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically, like
pretty
right
much
now,
all
I'm
that.
paying $14.99 for Game Pass and for Gold. Right, and
Yeah.
and I mean technically I've paid it already. It's been paid, but
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen is they're going to at some point, probably when the Series X releases, they're going to kind of meld those two together to where, in order to play online, you need to have Game Pass,
And it's going to be called Gold Pass.
Gold Pass. It's going to be called Glimish Pass. Game Pass Gold, Season
And
Pass, bills, power, water, TV, and then who that can keep up. Well, I mean, you forgot beer. I don't see any beer in there.
Nope. Garage beers.
At least 1 or 2 hours a month with the wife. That's going to cost you.
1 or 2 hours. That ain't far off, man.
Yeah. So I've actually heard that the Game Pass for PC is not as good as the one for console.
Have you heard that? Where would you have heard that from?
I think
I
it was
have
from,
no
I
idea.
think it was from Pew
It's
Pew
not so
Magoo.
bad. It's not so bad.
Yeah, someone who I
I
actually
mean,
care
it
about their
doesn't
opinion,
have as
so
many games, but it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's like comparing herpes to chlamydia. I mean, it's like
I haven't
it's just
I haven't looked at it recently, so I don't know for sure.
it's
What, your
not.
herpes or your chlamydia?
Well, the herpes goes away as long as I'm not stressed out. It doesn't come back. The chlamydia is just a one-time infection. I got rid of that like 3 days after we both got it. Remember?
Do you get a flare up every Friday?
What's up, Kren?
Hey,
Plenty on
Craig.
there and more added all the time. Right on. I'm gonna take a look at it because that's one of those things. Like I want to play more PC games. Maybe there's some neat ones on there.
I still haven't
There's not.
touched
No.
Pigtail.
Listen, I want to play Tarkov. That's like what it comes down to. Or maybe I want to die a lot in Tarkov. That's probably closer to.
that's closer to what's going to happen.
Yo, Kren, thanks for that host. Appreciate the hosty schmosty. So
How are you tonight?
so are we completely positive that Xbox Gold is only going to be in Game Pass now, and then Xbox Live is what you need to buy to play online? Or is it all going to be one package?
I think if they're gonna put it all into one,
So Live and
that's why I asked
Gold and
earlier.
Game Pass are all going to be mashed together?
Which, in my opinion, they should be
I mean, it kind of already is. You can get the bundle.
for cheaper.
P-Pop for the hosty schmosty, thank you. I don't know. Who's ever heard of a guy named Logic? I think he's a rapper.
Yes.
Going
Yes,
free
he's a
online
rapper.
play
Not
and
hip.
just doing Game Pass as a
He's
premium
actually a
service.
pretty. He's actually a pretty.
Didn't he already
pretty-
stream before?
No.
No. Someone streamed with that guy. I'm telling you. Was it Lou?
That was
might have-
illogical.
Nope.
He might have like done 1 or 2, but he
Yeah.
hasn't really streamed before. But he's literally signed to a 7-figure deal with Twitch now.
I thought he streamed his
released-
album releases.
He's really
Yeah, he's been on Twitch before.
He
And
might have. Now he's giving up. He's retiring from music, and he's.
I saw that
going
tweet. He was
to
like,
be
"I'm
playing games." Yeah.
I'm done with music for now. I'm gonna go spend the next 10 years being a dad."
Yep.
I understand that.
Then he's
I can tell.
he's just gonna
I feel
stream
that.
like in his downtime.
That's pretty cool.
I have personally never listened to
Only
any,
whatever you say is that too loud.
any Logic. So I don't know if you guys are.
Hey, buddy.
There's
Only
no
Logic
reason in my
fans.
life for Logic.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's neat to see artists and creators on different, even different mediums, like jumping into live streaming. I think it's fucking cool. Personally, I would like it if my favorite bands would just stream their practices, or put on like weekly acoustic shows live. Like, I think if you're a band right now and you have the capacity to like put on a decently sounding show, you should do it, regardless of whether or not you're widely known. I think if you're not live streaming everything you possibly can, especially now, like in the middle of COVID, you're kind of missing the bus.
Yep.
Personally,
You
so
can get in. You can get in on the ground floor of Glimish.
that's right. You could be the only band and or only person ever streaming on Glimish.
On Glimish.
Also, Nick is still trying to get in. I can tell he's
He's intently looking at that computer
He
screen.
has a bank of computers over there that he's built working to try and get into that website.
actually
I'm
by
only
now he
on
probably
Glim-
owns glimish.com
He's
and
mining for
glimish.net
Bitcoin.
and glimish.edu and glimish.gov and glimish.tv and glimish.
Oh, he's buying all the mirrors.
glip glop. And then everything's gonna just funnel to his Twitch page. Smart move. What about the military?
Hey, I got an account now,
Neat.
Cool.
and
100.
still nobody's
To
streaming.
see anything more? Yes, because they're not doing that
No
yet.
one's on Glams yet.
Yes,
If you have a soft launch, you should at least have something to show.
That's what I said.
aside from a damn website that says, "Just go to our Discord."
They've got a
this is
dis-
after
they've got a
hours for their software.
Discord
Hey.
that's popping off. I know
Maybe
that.
someone's
Wait.
streaming on Discord, like
Yeah,
Like Steve.
maybe they got a whole team of Steves over there.
Discord streamers. Talking of, God.
I was.
So the army. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Steve. Sorry.
Take the reins, man.
It's okay. I was just I've completely fumbled.
Lost
this
it.
and now-
So the
Chris, go.
military last stream, we talked about them trying to recruit people through their Twitch site, and they were getting bombarded by people asking about war crimes, and then they were
figure.
banning people. And I'm reading now that they got in trouble for that.
yes, they
They-
did.
Yeah, they got a lawsuit filed against him
Why? Like, what's the grounds for the lawsuit? Does anybody know?
because it's a governmental agency restricting First Amendment rights.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
what the-
but
that's
they're
what-
like a
that's what
third party
the ground
streaming
was.
team who
They are not
officially
the
sang-
army.
who
They're
should
they
have.
are sponsored
They're
by.
officially sanctioned by the United States government.
So
So-
let me just ask you
So
then.
you all remember a couple
I'm just,
episodes
this
ago
is what
when,
they're saying.
when we were talking about Trump being banned from Twitch?
Yep.
It's
Yes,
the same
it was
thing.
The same thing. Yes.
It's the same thing. It's just in reverse.
But my question is,
So they're being looked at as like they are the representation
that's
of
a
the
full
army
capacity.
on Twitch.
These people represent the army, the U.S. government,
whole.
military, the army.
Yes, and as
On
such,
Twitch.
they cannot because censorship is
That's
what they were
That's
what
dumb.
is the complaint.
Personally, and
If-
I see how it's kind of a gray area, but personally, I feel like if you are broadcasting gameplay, you should have every power to say "shut the fuck up" to anybody who's watching. If you're sitting there
No
and you're
matter
going,
who you are.
let's talk about recruiting, and it has nothing to do with games, then maybe you have to keep that open. But I don't think that Twitch is the place for that.
You and I have that ability, but we don't represent the government.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
not this government anyway. I mean,
There's lots
some
of governments.
but not this one.
I don't know. I can see both sides. I think you're right. Like you can't tell one person to shut up when then you would tell the other person like you're banned for talking, right? Like
Well, and the one point the Army made was that they had actually censored out the words war crimes, and the guys that were going after them made a point of putting in numbers in that just to get around it.
Like W4R CR1 MES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leet speech.
I mean, it's it's classic getting around the filter kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, like, I don't think the Army has a place as a governmentally sanctioned entity on Twitch. I think if their esports team wants to play, then they should be a separate entity that would then have their own ability to say, you can't say that in my
have
chat.
a sponsorship.
The same way everyone else
from
can
the
say,
Army.
you can't say that in my chat.
Right. If they change that shit, then they can do whatever they want.
Now, the way I
Yes.
figured that would work is because these people are employed by the U.S. military, they are saying, "Oh, you can't do that because you're infringing on my rights to free speech." Okay, so you get a non-employed enlisted military team, and you could be sponsored by them, but then they can't say a damn thing if they tell you to shut up.
Just to hire Dr. Disrespect to stream for you. He's looking for work.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not looking for work.
Can't afford that shit.
I don't know, guys.
I didn't say he was.
Move to YouTube.
I didn't say he was hurting for money. I just said he's probably looking for something to do.
No, he's
Anyways,
just on YouTube.
guys, look though, if let's say Nick is streaming and he's sponsored by Logitech, right? Do you think Logitech would say to Nick, like, you can't say the word fuck, you can't say the word shit, and you can't say the word piss? Right?
I think if Logitech wanted to, they would.
But do they? Like, do you think that that's a thing that they should tell him?
So
Because you use our product, we can then control what you say or
If
don't
it's
say.
in his contract.
So generally speaking, you'll get in the contract what category you need to stream in, i.e., family friendly or rated R, that kind of crap, and then you have to follow and adhere by all the rules of that. So that way, the company doesn't have to specify what you can and can't do.
That's a contract that I wouldn't sign then.
Because you got to think, say you're sponsored, just for the sake of conversation, by Disney. Disney's probably not going to want you sitting here going, eat my ass, every 15 seconds.
There goes
So
our
Give
sponsor.
your balls to tell you
Yeah.
little tit
Right,
fuckers.
but here's the point that I'm making though.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Is do you think that at that point Disney has the right to block and ban people from their chat for saying that, for saying what you just said? Should Disney be able to say that?
Disney, no.
Why?
But I think Disney has, because Disney will put that expectation on you as someone who represents their brand.
Right. So then,
And then if you don't do it, Disney's probably gonna, talk to you about it.
but that's my point. Is the Army is trying to do that? They're trying to say you can't say that in my chat because it has nothing to do with whatever.
Well, the Army can try to do whatever the Army wants to do. It's going to be somebody else to decide whether they can or can't make that decision.
All the Army has to do is stream to family friendly, and then anyone who comes in talking about war crimes and civil rights violations and shit like that is in
They
violation.
can't stream Call of Duty and family friendly because, first of all, there's no family friendly.
Stream Hello Kitty Diner Paradise. Then.
If you're streaming Hello Kitty Diner Paradise, then you're not recruiting people to join the Army. You're recruiting people to join a fucking dinner party.
Look, you're the one that says they shouldn't be streaming to recruit. So I'm
Right.
offering a solution that makes everybody happy.
Doesn't make me
The
happy.
Army gets to stream,
Nope.
and they don't get a recruit because they're playing
They-
Hello Kitty Island Paradise.
They need to change to their team name instead of just U.S. Army,
That is their team
and
name.
then they need to change their
But-
team name. That way, they can't be classified as the U.S. Army as a whole.
entity. That's what I
Yeah.
think is like needs to happen. I don't think it's right to say, no matter who shows up on this platform, if you are watching a stream by the U.S. Army, you can't say these words. Right, like that,
No, and that's the point. That's why they got sued, because the Army tried to ban them and say, well, you can't say that here, when, well, yeah, I fucking can.
Right.
That's not Army's decision to make. It's Twitch's decision to make what you can or can't do or say on their platform.
wrong.
Yeah.
It's
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 just-
your choice, You can
It's
allow
just
someone
one
to
more
come in and say whatever they want.
It's
But
just
on
one
the
more
platform
step
as a whole.
in this
But not
battle
the
back
army.
and forth.
Right, like
Well,
there's no right answer. Right, like it's kind of both, I think, because you don't want to censor people, but also you don't want to
Let them wild.
right, like just like let people go crazy either. So the army is kind of like, well, because we're a government entity, now we are being held to a different standard than Joe Schmo Stream Team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Joe Schmo Stream Team can say you can't say the word FAG, you can't say the word that starts with an N, you can't say this word or that word, and if you do, you get banned. You know what I mean? Like, why can't the army say that? Well, if you say this word or that word or this word, then you'll get banned.
They kind of stepped into new territory. Now they're just trying to find their
Right.
parameters, figure it out.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
I think it's all kind of like up in the air. Like if you're gonna stream as, like I said, like if you were to stream as Disney, Disney's not gonna want you to say a whole bunch of stuff, and you'd be able to ban people who came in your chat to say that stuff.
Right, you can, but Disney may not be able to. The problem here is what it all comes back down to, though, is it's the U.S. Army themselves trying to say, no, you can't say that here, and the hang-up comes from the fact that the U.S. Army is a government organization.
It's a political ordeal.
Right. And I'm not
And
disagreeing with you.
Oh,
At
he
all.
got the monocle. He got the monocle on.
Even though streamers everywhere don't like to talk about politics, the army cannot be one of those people.
But that's what I'm saying.
Indubitably.
I'm not saying if I was streaming for
Intelligence
Disney,
+5 over here.
but if I was a Disney, I don't know, like animator recruiter, I'm trying to find people to come be animators for me, and I have a stream up doing some animation, talking to my viewers about becoming part of the Disney animation team, and then you
Right.
come in saying a whole bunch of swear words as I'm being a representative of physically of Disney, I should be able to say you can't say that in my chat.
And
Who's your channel or-
in that case, you would be able to. But Disney does not represent the government of the United States.
And I don't think
The
the
United
people in
States
that
Army
stream team
does.
do either. That's what
They
what
do.
I'm saying. Right, they do
They
because
do.
that's who's paying them to do that. But what I'm saying is like those people as individuals in their channel should still at any point in time say you can't say this word. I don't want to see this word in my chat. Not because I'm working for the government or because I'm doing this under this particular umbrella, but
If
because
they're
I as a
stre-
person
yeah.
don't want that in here. And
If
I
they're
should have that
streaming
right.
on their own channel, they have that right.
Yes,
But
there you go.
If they're streaming under the banner of United States Army or United States Navy, it is a
So
government
you are
organization.
saying that you agree
They
with that.
don't have that right.
So you're saying you agree with that.
I do.
So
Yes.
you think that if you're streaming under someone else, especially if you're counting like the Army, if you are streaming as a member of the National Guard, someone can come into your channel and ask you about the friend who was right next to you and died. They can just ask you any question they want to. They can go on the internet and pull all the information out and grab all the facts and details, and they,
They
can
can
just
say whatever they
berate
want.
and berate
Doesn't
and
mean I
berate and
have to
berate and continue to
answer
like
any of
knock
them.
you down about this thing that happened to you, even though it's public record because you're part of the Army. Now they can just slam that in your face over and over and over and over and over again because you're streaming as an Army person.
It's the
I can
risk you run.
I can easily
Ban that
you can
person?
Not ban that person. I can literally hide that person's text in my chat from me, and everybody else can still see it, but I can't.
You can hide someone in your channel.
Yes.
Tell
me get
we need to
Peepop
talk about that
Fuck out of here.
because I got
I
a
think-
salty Amanda I got to deal
Yeah,
with.
for real. All I got is timeout, ban, mod, permit, purge. That's it.
You used to be able to ignore people, not unfollow them,
See,
not
and-
unfriend them, not
and this
ban
is-
them. Ignore.
No. I've got no option
Yeah,
to
there-
ignore anything.
That used to be a thing. I do remember that.
I think
haven't
each
used it in a
channel
long
should be
time,
able to
but-
ban whoever they want to for whatever reason they want to do it, and I agree that 100%. What I think we're arguing over is, do you think the Army has the right to stream as a government agency and not as a separate stream team of the Army?
But that's what's causing the problem,
Right.
because when the U.S. Army tells you you can't say that, it is censorship. It is the government saying you can't say this, and that
It is
flies
our
in the
tax
face.
dollars.
That flies in the face of everything this country's built on.
Yeah, it's our tax dollars going to pay for these people and this equipment, and them telling me I can't do this. No, that's not. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. I understand. Yes, in cases of the law, yes, there's laws that I have to follow. But when it comes to free speech, I have every right to say whatever I want. I have the right to suffer those consequences for saying it. But as being a governmental agency, they have no right to censor the American public.
I think the only reason why they have pinpointed this is because of the stuff that happened with Trump's channel. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gave two shits.
Pretty much, yeah.
I
So
don't know,
here's
guys.
the thing about the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army, because it's not a policing agency, it's not a political agency, it is a government agency. They don't have to, nor do they adhere to civil law. They have their own set of laws and regulations and rules that govern their existence. For example, if I'm a soldier at, say, Fort Hood, Texas, and I murder somebody, I will be subject to military law,
Yeah.
not civil law.
USMJ.
Court martial.
In a lot of instances, what'll happen is I will serve my military time, and then when I get out, they will then make me serve my civilian time, because fuck me, that's what the military is going to do. So what we have here is we have a government entity that is under no requirements to adhere to any civil legal system or even corporate system, engaged in a legal battle over the First Amendment.
But they are required to uphold the Constitution. When you are sworn in to uphold and defend the Constitution. That is every part of the Constitution. You can't nitpick what you like and what you do not like.
So is it unconstitutional for me to ban Pixie Pops from my channel?
No,
You
Then
wouldn't
why is
dare.
it
you are a private citizen.
Then why is
They
it?
are not a private citizen.
See, but here's my point: is like Twitch should not allow a government agency a channel as a
And I
representative
agree.
of the
I
government.
Email Twitch and tell them that, and I'm sure they'll change it post haste.
I mean, they're probably going to have to because they're getting in trouble.
It does make sense, because I mean the ones that are causing the issue happen to be government related, and if it was completely different and they were on their own personal channels,
let's call a spade a spade. It's not the government or the Army stream team that's causing issues. It's a group of trolls that are trying to troll the Army stream team.
Right.
Yes.
That's my
Sure.
point. That's my point.
so it's like cancel
a group-
culture all over again.
Yeah, a group of trolls trolled the Army stream team to get them to ban these stupid fuckers, so that way somebody else can pick up the mantle and sue them. This was a targeted, specific incident with this goal in mind, and now we have that dumbass senator from New York, AOC, trying to pass legislation
I like
to
her.
prevent any military
I like her
agency
too.
from streaming.
I think that's a good
I think
idea.
she's a fucking moron, and she cost New York City millions of dollars in tax revenue.
I love her. I wish she'd cost more money in tax revenue. I wish she would show up to my house right now and cost me everything I have in tax revenue.
Like we said, it's just another. We're going to be following this one for weeks because they
Yes.
found a judge that sided with them,
Mhm.
and it is the Army and it's the Navy and it's the same guy getting banned in both channels, and it's
Right.
just a game we're watching for the
if
next.
you look at like what the actual
few
issue
months.
is, it's not the fact that the Army can or can't say what they want to say. It's the fact that you have these people who are maliciously targeting the channel, trying to get them to say and or do something that has nothing to do with what they're engaging in. And that's
Yeah,
my
it's called
point.
it's called the internet.
I feel like as a user of the internet, whether it's me or Disney or the government, you should be able to say, shut the fuck up, I'm not going to deal with this. Especially when that person is showing up just to cause problems. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
we definitely should keep an eye on it. But from all the information that I gathered from the story, it's not that it's like people are saying, well, how old do you have to be to join the Army? And how long will I be in there? And what do you pay? And what's the benefits? They're saying, tell me about your favorite war crime. 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 Just over and over and over and over and over and over and over, spelling it differently, using different names, avoiding bans. They are targeting.
Yeah,
and, like,
they're being
maliciously-
dicks. But you have the right to get on the internet and do that.
And I have the right to block you.
You do, because you're Sneak. You're not Sneak representing the United States Army.
Well, I am free to do that if they want me to, and I will block the fuck out of all those people.
So
Just saying,
regardless
if you're
of
watching
whether
U.S. Army-
you are a member of the United States military or a member of the United States government, nobody on this planet can take away your right to defend yourself, whether that be your verbal right or your physical right. So this fucker was harassing and attacking these streamers, and they defended themselves using the tools that were available, i.e. blocking.
Sure.
this fucker. They're not censoring him. They're not saying you can't talk about politics ever anywhere, or we're going to arrest you and throw you in a gulag. That is censorship.
All right.
They're saying you are intentionally being a dick and being disruptive to the stream. You are not asking any political statement. You are not even making a political statement.
You're not talking about the
You are-
game. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not talking about things that we're talking about. I think
Now,
it's
if the guy-
easily a block. Ban. Done.
If-
I've got like an 80% win rate in the gulag. I'm ready to go.
If
I'm gonna get you a sniper rifle, and then you're gonna be fucked.
I got to find 40% right in there.
if the guy was going in there and being like, don't join the U.S. Army because y'all are a bunch of murderers and you're horrible people and the Army shouldn't exist, that's a political statement. Going in and saying, hey, what's your favorite war crime? You're not making a political statement, so it's not censorship.
Fact of the matter is, we should definitely keep an eye on it. I didn't mean to spend so much time on the topic, but I feel like, you know, if you look at it as a broader picture, what you're talking about is whether or not Twitch is going to allow a broadcaster, whether they're, you know, broadcasting this or broadcasting that, to have control over their chat. And I think that as a broadcaster personally, having control of my chat is super, super important, and it's imperative to the overall atmosphere and feel of my channel and my community, because that's where we interact. And if I don't have the power to tell this person to stop fucking trolling or stop being a dick, then I have no power at all. And whether or not I'm streaming for myself or for a different organization, I think shouldn't matter.
But it does matter. But it's going to get sorted out. They're going to sort it out one way or
They
another.
change it to where it shouldn't matter. You have power over your own channel, whether you're streaming for Jesus or streaming for, you know, Satan. Either way, you should be able to say what you want to say, and stop people from saying what you don't want to hear in your chat.
Well, we all have our opinions on this, and we'll just
Mine's
see where
just
the
right.
news
You guys are all
goes.
wrong. That's all.
No,
So-
that's the thing about an opinion. It's neither right nor wrong.
No. Don't even fucking come at me with that shit, dude. You can have a wrong.
Not how
opinion.
that works.
You can
have a
definitely
wrong
have a
ass
wrong
opinion.
Oh yeah, of course you
100%.
can. I'm only fucking with you.
All right, Ned, let's go. Let's roll
I'm
on.
right.
Roll on.
Next.
Seattle Karens.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so the Seattle team now has a new mascot. It is the Kraken.
It's
It's
not
a
a
new
new
team.
It's a new team. Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not they didn't change anything. They didn't do something new. It is a brand new, fresh out of the delivery room NHL team.
Yeah. The Seattle Karens.
And
Well,
the
they're
logo is
henceforth
fantastic.
they're henceforth going to be known as the Karens, apparently. All the full disclosure, all this started because I sent Steve, our resident Canadian, who I know appreciates hockey. I sent him a picture of the Seattle Kraken's home and away sweaters, and then it snowballed into
are
this
called
entire those are called sweaters. It's hockey.
Jerseys. They're jerseys.
And it snowballed into this entire Seattle Karens fucking debacle.
Yeah.
Though Sneak did whip up a really nice Seattle Karens logo.
I didn't
have
do
to. I have to. Oh, you didn't do
I
that?
didn't do that. I fucking found them on the internet, man.
Whatever. You put it together with Seattle Karens and everything else, and if I were to make a team called the Karens,
That would be your.
I would
mascot.
ask you to use that. That would be my logo.
It's not a bad logo. I mean, it definitely gives you the Karen vibe like right away.
Oh yeah.
I don't know much about sports, so I didn't even realize it was a brand new team. I think you guys told me that last night, and I just
we
one ear
did.
out the
And
other and fucking listen.
The Redskins
Thanks,
are
Nick.
no longer
There it
Redskins, so the Redskins are now the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a Washington football team fan, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't like that name.
Well, it's temporary.
Yeah, it's just temporary. It's a placeholder because
It's a placeholder because Dan Snyder's an arrogant fuck and had all this time to change his racist name that nobody liked, and he refused to do it. So now he put himself in a position where all his sponsors started pulling all their shit off the shelves, and he basically said, I'm going to lose a fuck ton of money, so we got to retire the name and the logo, and I don't have time to come up with a new one before the season starts, so we're going to call ourselves the Washington football team.
the Washington football team. That's what they're going with for now. And I'll be honest,
Because
like
Dan Snyder is a piece of shit.
I'll be honest, I don't mind that name. It's like it's very to the point and obvious what it is. And
It's fucking stupid, Sneak.
listen,
Anybody who watches football knows they're a goddamn football team.
oh yeah,
Washington
They
Sportsing
just happen
Team.
to be the Washington football team.
see, I would be okay with it if they just called it like Sports Ball 1, Sports Ball 2, Sports Ball 3. It doesn't fucking matter to me.
No, every sports ball team should be referred to as the Washington football team. Every single one. Oh, you used to be the Seattle Mariners? Nope, you're the Washington football team
Washington
now.
football team now.
Oh, the LA Lakers? Washington football team.
So, speaking of people biting off people's ears, what about Mike Tyson? Did you guys hear he's getting back in the ring?
So yes, I am incredibly excited about this. In September, Mike Tyson, at 54 years old, will be stepping into the ring for an 8-round exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. at 51 years old, who, in his prime, Roy Jones Jr., for anybody who's a fan of boxing, or if you weren't, was a bad motherfucker in his own right.
Have they ever fought before?
No, because they were in. Roy Jones Jr. was primarily a middleweight. Mike Tyson was a heavyweight who, up until Buster Douglas, fucking just murdered everyone he stepped in the ring with. I don't care how much this fight costs. If it costs me like a fucking body part or an organ that I have more than one of, I am getting this fight. Because I think it's fucking Mike Tyson. I grew up watching Mike Tyson get in the ring and just impose his fucking will.
25 years since he's gotten in
Mike
the ring?
Tyson hasn't
No.
fought since 2005, which is when Constantine was released.
What a
Nice
interesting-
tie-in.
When did he bite off Evander Holyfield's here?
That was late 90s, I think.
Yeah.
There you
Ask
go. There's
Evander, he'll remember.
definitely, yeah,
Yeah, right.
definitely going to be some.
Apparently they've made up, so
Well, of course they did.
His ear's still ringing from that event.
I saw her. I bit your ear.
I'm sorry.
So let's see what else we got. We got Ubisoft. We got some bad news about Ubisoft, guys.
Ooby Dooby Scooby.
Ubisoft.
Apparently they're doing some house cleaning and they're getting rid of some like total dick bags.
Very high level dick bags.
Total dick bags are on their way out.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard anything about this.
And
Yeah.
normally we stay away from that stuff, but I just thought because this year we've been giving them kudos over and over and over again. They even talked to the point where female characters had reduced roles in games.
Oh, I did see that.
That's right. I did see that. Yeah.
And it's like,
Women don't sell. Fucking.
Well,
seriously?
now, full disclosure, because you mentioned this in Discord too, Steve, and I'm going to say this. I can separate the dick baggery that went on at Ubisoft from the product they put out.
Yes.
This doesn't change my opinion on any of the Ubisoft games I've played. They're still fucking killing it. It's just there are some guys in positions of power
Not no
at
more.
UB who are were in positions of power who were pieces of shit.
I think that's
So
another
look-
thing that we could praise them about is not only did they root out the problem, but they fucking got rid of it without any sort of fanfare or any fucking issue. They're like, this guy's gone now. All these fucktards are gone now, so we're moving forward. So that's another thing we can
Yeah.
say. Good job, Ubisoft.
So during the
what games does Ubisoft do that anybody gives a shit about?
Assassin's Creed.
Far Cry,
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
you
Far
shut
Cry,
your damn mouth,
Assassin's
Nick.
Creed,
Division.
um,
God, there's been so
Uno.
many.
Uno.
Watch Dogs was a really good one.
Watch Dogs.
I
Didn't
got
they do-
one Ubisoft game that I play, and it's called Hungry Shark, and it's a mobile game.
Oh, it's the best game you've ever had, I'm sure, because it's Ubisoft.
So during this whole time of Women Don't Sell, I know that they released Odyssey
Mm-hmm.
because that's what the main
I actually read that,
concept was
that
about,
they
right?
intended the main character to only be a
Cassandra.
woman,
Yep.
and
only.
that person forced them to create the male character choice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the fact that there is a choice, but if they wanted it to be just strictly a female role, who the fuck cares? It's awesome to play a chick.
It's been
Or
proven.
a
Now, hold
female.
on, Nick,
Sorry.
Nick,
Horizon Zero Dawn. Like,
like we can go through the list, like Last of Us 2. There's been tons of games where there's
Hellblade,
strong female.
Senua's
Tomb Raider.
Sacrifice. That's been around for
I mean, yeah, like
forever.
whoever said that is a fucking moron.
Metroid?
All three.
It might have been Hockey Steve might have said it.
So many people were pissed off whenever
Probably.
Metroid or Samus
Samus. Yeah.
had taken off the helmet. They're like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
what did I do?" So
It's a
then
grill.
they like didn't reveal what happened at the end. I don't know.
Same Fox. I was actually gonna bring that up. Like when if I have the option in any game to be a woman, I totally go for it. If you look at
but
like
let's be honest. There's different reason for that.
it's because I would rather play as a woman than I would play as a man.
It's not because you're playing a fighter in like Soul Calibur.
Right.
Oh, with like next to nothing. No, definitely not. Like if there's a
No,
choice, I go for the ladies.
I've
because,
almost always done it.
games you might
But-
know other
but-
than the Assassin's Creed and the ones you've mentioned.
Oh,
Any
Ubisoft.
of the- any of the Tom Clancy games.
Yep.
They're all Ubisoft.
Fantasy games, they're all Ubi.
Trials,
Trials.
Crew,
Crew.
anything Rayman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's
Why do your fingers
E.T.
look
for the
so short?
Atari.
Heroes of Might and Magic.
Are
I
your
don't know
fingers
if
really that short?
you know that. Mine.
Why do they look tiny? They look like.
Not E.T. for the Atari.
Do you see this? is it just
That
okay?
long
That
enough?
one. That one still looks
That
tiny.
long enough?
What's going on with your
That
fingers?
long enough for you?
I don't know. Sorry.
Hey guys, one thing I got to say though, let's not look at these two issues and tie them so closely together, even though a new story has chosen to do that. Let's be honest. If Odyssey came out with a female lead character and that was the only character, it would close off an entire segment of people that would be interested in playing that game and living through that.
That's their fucking loss for
See,
being ignorant
that-
shitheads.
I don't know how
creation.
big of a group that is, though.
But
I think it's bigger than you think it is
Really?
because when you guys talk about when you create characters and you pick the female ones, I sit there and scratch my head and I scratch my head over
there's
and over and
there's
over
a lot
again.
of people that they're like, I won't play a woman. I don't relate to a woman.
Yeah, that's a huge
do.
segment of gaming. But I look at it from a standpoint of, well, fuck you. If you want to
That's
miss
what
out on a
Fox said.
great game because you're a fucking dumb shit, go ahead.
Yeah, but
want to mix out on a perfectly good game.
so hang
Bye.
on.
no,
Hang on.
I agree with that. But look at Last of Us 2. I'm not going to touch it because Buddy gets killed.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Hey,
Bullshit.
Steve, hold on,
I'm
hold
going to
on.
touch
Steve,
it now either.
all of us have played Destiny, yeah,
yes,
Mhm.
and you're allowed 3 characters.
yes.
All 3 of mine are
Hold
female.
on. For a while there, Steve was playing on 3 fucking consoles, right?
Yes,
And you had 3 characters on each console.
yes.
How many were
Same.
female?
None.
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 You
know why?
Can anybody else say that?
No.
All 3 of mine are female.
So I would say, Steve, if you look at this group of 6 people who are avid gamers, you're the only one who won't play a female.
So is it safe to say 1 out of 6 people would?
I don't know if we're going to
to
be an actual like quality sample for like an entire.
Purple Pixie isn't running around with dudes as characters.
Well, a lot of games they didn't have a choice.
Which has nothing to do with whether or not you think a female lead is a viable option. We're this is apples and oranges.
I was just asking because I know that Steve and I have had this conversation before about like whether or not we create characters based on ourselves or real life or like how we choose what to be and how to do it. But I think what it was is we were talking about Cyberpunk. And we were talking about how they're going to let you, like, basically be gender fluid and choose your private parts and put together whatever the fuck you want. And,
Yeah, it's pretty detailed.
You know, Steve's like, I'm just
Can
making
I put
a dude.
jock strap?
Yeah. I'm just going to make a big old man and just put a man up there.
So honestly, it wasn't until I started my last playthrough of Skyrim and Fallout 76 where I set out to make a character that looked that bears some resemblance to me. Up until then, if I had the option to make a female character, I always did. And the reason for that was simple, especially if it was like a 3/4, third person. I don't want to play through 8, 10, 12, 20 hours of a game looking at a dude's ass.
You remember, I was just gonna say that because Baroness had said that same thing.
Give me a break.
Why would
How
we
fucking
stare at
often
a
do you stare at your
ass?
character's ass?
Why
There's
would we stare at a
obviously more
character's
shit
ass
going
for
on
hours?
screen than that.
Saying, I see it all the time. The character's right there.
That's
Yeah, but
right.
like-
You get there.
That's right. You shake that. You shake that.
I'm just saying.
No.
Like, look. I'm just saying, if you pop into third person view in Fallout or Skyrim, your character's right there in the middle of the fucking screen. You're gonna see it all the time.
Yeah, but like, dude, like, in no way, shape, or form am I playing Skyrim sexualizing my character.
I didn't say I was sexualizing
No, you said
anything.
you're staring at a dude's ass. Who cares if it's a dude's ass or a
I don't-
lady's
I don't
ass or
wanna
whatever?
see- I
Stop
don't
staring
wanna
at
see a
asses
dude's
and
ass.
play the fucking game.
Hey,
It's my game. I paid for it. I'll stare at whatever ass I want.
hey, if you're not sexualizing your Skyrim character, you just have the wrong mods installed.
No, I've definitely got the right mods installed. Trust me. I've seen some of the things that people are putting out there, and
Oh
I
my
don't want that
God.
shit on my
Yeah,
my game at
no.
all.
Like, insert anime hentai girl here. No. Nope, I'm good with that in my Skyrim.
So
That takes
Sneak,
me to playing like fucking Sims
Sneak
back
is
in the 90s.
Sneak is apparently dove way further down the mod rabbit hole than I have, because that face he just made when he was talking about some of the mods he's seen, I don't know that I want to see.
I've seen some of these mods too.
Trust me, dude.
Really?
Like if
They're
you give
there.
if you give a 16-year-old the power to create anything they want to inside of a Skyrim game, the shit that they come up with is going to be fucking just,
Jump onto Steam.
just
Jump onto
absolutely.
the community workshop for Skyrim.
Isn't there some
and-
oversight from Bethesda?
No,
As long
not in the
as
community workshop.
as long as you're using their assets, they don't care. Even Xbox mods, you can create assets. If you're talking PC mods, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
So
Speaking of Stardew
it
Valley,
won't
I
be
need to look
hosted
into that.
in certain places depending on what type of mod you have and what type of content the mod provides. But you could reenact every Pornhub video ever made in the Skyrim with the right mod.
You can literally take people from real life and put them in your game and then make them do whatever you want. I've seen, and this is like super tame, but I've seen Randy Savage as the dragons,
Now I've seen that.
and that's fucking nightmare
Thomas-
fuel. That's
Thomas
horrific.
the
It's-
Tank Engine.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I've seen the
one-
Randy Savage.
You can hear
I've
him
only heard
coming.
about
Oh,
it.
I'm coming to get you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary. Like instead of dragon screams, he just oh yeah. Yeah, but
It's
like
the
Can we get another Sam
Usually-
Jackson from you there,
maybe
Snake?
later. I don't know.
All right.
You have to go clip it from
Can't
the
do
VOD,
it on
dude.
demand.
I don't know.
You can't do it on demand.
I'm gonna get him too. I'm gonna get him to do it.
So speaking of games that are only male lead, I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima.
How
and
is
you can
it?
only play as a dude. Like you don't get the option to play as a chick. But it's because the story
People play it.
is about a samurai, and samurais were only dudes back then. So
Yes.
Mhm.
that's all you get. I saw that it is the best-selling first-party title that PlayStation has ever had. It sold
Allegedly.
2.4 million copies in 3 days.
That's amazing.
That's
Damn.
a lot of copies. Yeah,
And I know it came with a lot of hype. I mean,
Honestly,
there were
dude,
a lot of people excited for it.
I've been playing it, and I think the hype is 100% justified. It's a great game. It feels awesome. It looks amazing, and there's so
Did it
much there.
Sell more than Last of Us Part 2?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what best selling means, Bacon.
Yeah. That-
Well, no, it's like Last of Us Part 2 was so hyped for so long.
I mean, they probably sold more
that-
because they've been out for longer, but in the first 3 days,
Like,
they've sold more
that's
copies than any
ridiculous.
other game.
Another thing is they were pretty quiet about Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh!
I didn't even hear about it until
Thanks for sub, bud.
Sneak started
Sneak started
playing.
talking about it.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about it until Sneak started playing it.
They played like a trailer, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I think it was at last year's E3. And then I was like, when is it coming out? I haven't heard shit about it.
See,
And then-
honestly, I got it confused with Sekiro. I thought it was the
I
same
like that
game.
game.
And then when it came out, like, oh, this is a different game. Because I thought it was like a DLC or an expansion for Sekiro, but it's not. It was an entirely separate game. So when I looked into it, it was like the trailer looked good, the gameplay didn't look too hard, but looked really fucking good. So I'm like, oh, let's give it a try. And now it's either that game or a motorcycle zombie game. That's pretty much all I've been playing. Honestly, like 100%, I'm scared to continue Last of Us.
Really?
Dude, like
Is that how emotional it is for you?
it's not so much that it's like emotional, but like every time I turn the game on and play it for a hot minute, like something fucking heavy happens.
it's
And like
those games have never been lighthearted.
no, and I took the first one super slow as well. So like it's not that I don't think it's a good game, it's just that I need time to process stuff before I come back.
I understand that.
it's a heavy game.
He doesn't want to have another what was that game that
Dude,
really
Life is
just tore
Strange.
up Randy? Yeah, that's the one.
Life is Strange. Yeah, I've never had such an emotional reaction to any game besides that.
Oh
Life is
yeah, the
Strange.
chat was lit that day.
It was
amazingly.
The entire playthrough was just nuts.
Yeah.
Good game though. We got one more topic that I want to make sure we cram in here. G4. You guys have heard of G4? Didn't they stop
I
like
heard of G4
years
they
ago?
had.
Like they like closed
Yeah.
their
I
shop.
used to watch
and-
it.
Yeah, that was one of the things.
They were taken off the air.
When,
Taken off the air in 2014.
pretty much when I started playing.
Has it been that long
games.
ago?
Yeah.
Back of
Yeah,
the
they should-
show.
They used to play
Uh,
that shit in
Attack
the
of the
game.
Show, that's where Olivia Munn got her start.
I don't know who that is. No, G4 is coming back, P-Pops.
Wait, what'd you just say, Sneak?
He doesn't know who Olivia Munn is.
I don't know who Olivia Munn is either.
I don't remember.
I mean,
It's
you
been too
guys
fucking
could
long.
be informative instead of gatekeeping.
Well, I think Bacon's working on it.
Who the fuck it is?
It's not like I have her. It's not like I have her in the fucking room with me to be like, here she
I
is.
can't pull up Google. I've
One of
got
the games
my
Sneak's wanting to play
my
Grounded.
computer is
Yeah, it's out in Xbox.
Can you pull up Discord?
no. That's what
No,
this
you
is.
can't.
That's what I'm broadcasting.
Olivia Munn was
Can you just
one of
tell
the
me-
co-hosts of Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show. Her and
What the fuck was the guy's name?
I can't remember.
Was it
Wasn't
Chris?
Wasn't it Chris
Yeah.
Hardwick for a while?
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
Chris
Hardwick for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's Attack of the Show?
Nick, can you
It's a
remove
video
the Seattle
game.
Karen from your face and put Olivia Munn there instead?
Do you remember X-Men Apocalypse?
Oh, I got it right here.
There you go, X-Men
Remember
Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse?
I didn't watch that
No.
trash.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but
It
Sorry.
was pretty trashy.
After like the third Wolverine movie, I'm fucking done with that shit. The only good movie I think out of that whole fucking pile of mess was the old
Olivia
Wolverine,
Munn.
Logan.
Do you remember the Slam and Sam, Broken Lizard Slam and Salmon?
No.
Sneak, look at my stream.
So could you make it like big enough to see instead of like the size of a half of a fucking postage stamp.
There
Don't
you go.
recognize
Olivia
her.
Munn was one of the
Don't
original
recognize her at all. She looks like one of those ladies that my wife watches like restore houses. I have no idea who this fucking person
No.
is. I'm sorry if you hate me for it. Sorry if you hate
Not
me
just
for
for
it.
that. I mean, there's plenty of other reasons.
Yeah, for real. If this is your reason, you can just fuck off because there's so many better ones.
She was
Fuck right
genuinely her and whoever her co-host happened to be at the time. They were genuinely good together. It was genuinely a good show. Informative, yeah, it was silly. They had stupid topics
Kevin,
a lot of the times.
right,
But they were also very they were a good show to watch for the news that you wanted to know about the gaming industry and technology industry.
Let's be that show now. Let's beat G4 to it.
Yeah. So they cancel their plans. They
Yep.
say
Like, God,
it's already being done.
That fancy schmancy crew totally nailed it.
So,
Goddamn
what was
right.
this show again, and why
Attack
do we
of the
Attack
care
Show.
of
about
the
it?
show.
And why do we care about it?
Because it was
No,
a fantastic show.
I don't know or care if you care about it. I thought it was a great show.
Yes, but it was a great show. Okay, well, what made it a great show? What did they do? Well, they were
can
great
just-
together. Okay,
they can
what the
just
fuck
told you
did they
that.
go on over?
They
They were
were
very informative when it came to the gaming industry, not just games, but gaming industry itself, pop culture, and technology. It was a nerdy geeks type
Yeah.
type channel.
P-Pop's like it,
and
so I mean,
behind the
can't be
newest
terrible.
tech and hottest games coming out and everything.
Yeah,
That's neat. So they're coming back then, is what you're saying? Like
Yes.
they're
G4 is. I don't know about the rest. you know.
right. I was gonna ask, like, is it the hosts?
Yeah.
The same host gonna come back, or is it just
I
gonna
don't
be like a
think
new
so.
network?
Although Olivia Munn might come back in some capacity. She loved that. She loved that. show.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be like dead set against it.
Fish
Kevin
said it was
Pereira
Kids Play,
was
too.
the co-host.
Yeah.
Kevin Ferrara.
There you go.
Yeah, he did, and I think Chris Hardwick did for a while, or maybe X Play or something. I know he did something on that channel.
It was
All right.
X-Play.
Adam Sessler come back?
No, he was in Attack of the Show.
I don't know who that is. Adam Sessler.
Adam Sessler. He doesn't look familiar. Well, maybe this one does.
See, like this is the problem. Is I'm having flashbacks to a Bob Odenkirk and David Cross show called Mr. Show.
Mr. Shaw, I remember
Mr.
that.
Show.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like getting my wires crossed here, because to me this doesn't sound like a gaming show at all. The Attack of the Show sounds like something you would see, like maybe they do like movie reviews or something like that.
Well, they did all kinds of things.
Right, and I guess that's why it has such an ambiguous title. But I remember Mr.
Attack of the
Show was
Show
fucking
reviewed.
crazy.
Attack of the Show reviewed new technology, aired parodies, discussed pop culture and general news, and gave previews of video games, movies, and digital media.
Gotcha.
Sounds like
What
us.
we do. They did what we do before we started doing what we do.
We need to get better at it, though.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe we can hire
Also,
them.
if someone can look like this next week, that'd be great. Anybody
I
out
mean,
I'll work on it.
there? We can figure it out, right?
well, we can figure out how to get better. I can't figure out how to look like her.
I mean, first thing you would need to do is shave that beard off,
Oh,
because...
do you know who I forgot was a host of that? Sarah Jean Underwood.
Oh,
Yes.
do you know who I forgot was the host of that? Bob Sorkenborg.
Sure, good work, my favorite host.
Okay, so we could end the show right now. We did a great job so far. We did have a final topic that we can either slam through now and just have the whole thing out, or we can make a whole show about it next week.
If it's hockey's, let's package it a little bit for next week.
Package it for next week, because I think it's one of those topics where we could spend the whole time.
I'd like to at least broach it this week, and then
Broach it?
kind of get more in
Glaze
depth
over it?
next week.
How are we gonna cut off the brooch though? That's important.
Yeah, you're gonna go like
Well, I got a whole bunch of
behind the
knives.
shirt?
next to me.
and like close.
Yeah, Nick
to the
Nick
chest,
has knives.
I also
mean-
have guns and explosives, but I don't.
I
think
was gonna say Nick's got lots of stuff. I don't know if
Explosions?
any of it's gonna be helpful. So then, yeah, we'll talk about it next week. Then I think it's a good idea.
I found out something really cool and interesting this weekend.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, was it on the list of things for the show?
No.
Oh. Why?
Why not? Because I just fucking found out about it,
Oh.
and I am so amazed.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
you can
what's
put it
that?
put on the topics for next week. Sounds
No, I'll forget about it. By
Good.
then.
Oh well, then write it down right now. Put it on the top.
Put it in the
So
Discord.
All right, guys, we're going off script. Great, just great.
oh yeah, like we're ever on script.
Yeah, like this is the first time that's ever happened.
We're in uncharted territory.
So, as you all know, I build computers semi-frequently. And one of the most annoying things about building computers is RGB programs never speak to each other. So if you have like a graphics card from Asus and a motherboard from MSI and all that crap, you have to install like
lost me.
70 different programs just to get the RGB to work.
Yes.
Well, Corsair's RGB software is starting to work with other people's RGB.
Well, that's good.
So,
All-inclusive RGB.
for those of you who don't know, RGB is what the 13-year-olds think make your shit look cool.
RGB equals FPS. Just saying.
Hell yeah.
That's all the pretty colors coming from your console.
Yeah, it's the LED
Sure.
lights that light shit up. I think blue
I'm
ones in
baking.
mine, but my PC is like not a focal point. I don't have a box on display. I would rather it just be quiet and sit over there and don't fuck up. But I can see the appeal. Like Bacon's got a, what is that?
He's Vanna Whiting over there.
It looks like a turtle tank. Is there like a turtle living in there? Is there fish swimming around?
There's a ghost on it.
Garter snake.
That's where your python lives.
RGB keyboard.
I have one of those,
Argaba?
but I would need to turn the RGB on for you guys.
Yes, the pretty things you want on your PC.
My
Yes.
my wife would like us all to know that she is not going to be drinking energy drinks again.
Good.
She's quit.
They're
That's good.
bad
her.
for you.
She drank her first one today, and it did not turn out well for her.
Is she
Did
still like
her? Can she like
smell?
hear her teeth?
She can smell colors.
Exactly.
Can she taste sounds?
So she got her first and last energy drink all at the same
Tell her
time.
that Jesus created something way better than energy drinks. It's called coffee,
Called virginity.
and you
what?
can drink coffee
Called a blue pill.
and not think that there's some sort of freight train inside your arteries.
She hates the taste.
Choo-choo!
Okay, well, there's
This
also
one is
hot
really
tea.
good.
I'm not.
Jamba Juice.
I'm just saying, like, stay
No.
away from artificial fucking energy drinks because you're gonna end up with
Pacific Punch.
tiny
That's pretty good.
testicles and a brain that explodes.
In that order.
That's
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 how
what
it's going to
happens.
happen, too.
The testicles is a warning sign, and then if you don't stop drinking it, your brain explode.
I
When I
don't
rest them,
think
when
my
I rest
wife
them on your
has tested-
forehead, when I rest them on your forehead, you tell me how small they actually are.
Okay, but you need to notify me that you're going to be doing that so that I can get my tiny microscopic camera out and take a look.
Is this before or after dessert?
Oh no, they are dessert.
Bacon doesn't eat
Oh.
dessert.
Hey, I've been eating more and more cookies.
What?
Badass. I've become a fat
Cookies
ass.
cookies are a light snack.
Yeah, that's
They're-
not what
they're
makes
good
it
enough.
bad.
Next week
Those are
though,
really
guys,
good.
we're gonna do a whole episode. We're gonna talk about streaming, and I think it's important that we take the whole episode because there's a lot of nuance that doesn't get discussed. There's a lot of things that is easy to gloss over or kind of sweep under the rug. Even there's a lot of stuff that happens. You know, streaming, managing communities. You know, like it's a huge topic, and I feel like we've kind of avoided it with the show because we wanted to. I don't even know. Like I don't want to focus on streaming. I don't want this to be like a show up and I'll give you advice kind of a show because it's. Oh my god. But it is a huge topic that will take the entire show.
We're gonna rip off some streaming band-aids, damn it.
Yeah. I think it's one of those deals like if you're a streamer, you want to be a streamer, you know streamers, if you're just interested of hearing perspective, tell your friends, tell your family, anybody that you know that has streamed or wants to stream or stop streaming or any of those things. Like, we're not experts.
Get your grandma to watch us.
Hell yeah. We'll talk about knitting for a little bit.
Crocheting.
Yeah.
I mean crocheting.
I actually, someone I know does crocheting for the beanie caps. They'll do like Destiny branded beanie caps. Pretty neat.
Cool. I was thinking that how many people's grandparents actually even knit anymore. I think it's starting to pass us now.
Yep.
That grandparents are probably watching.
Let's bring it back. Everyone, grab your crocheting. Crocheting needles.
Bring your hooks to the stream next week.
Hooks. Steve knows more than me already.
I'll just rock
I
back
have
and
a-
forth. Knitting.
I have a friend who crochets hats for newborn kids and donates them to hospitals.
Nice. See, that's crocheting done right.
I have a friend who crochets these little water balloons for special needs kids. They're literally, you just soak them in water and they throw them. They can't swallow any parts to them. They are completely reusable and clean.
Neat.
And they are absolutely amazing.
I was gonna say, how the hell do you crochet a water balloon? But then I realized
It's not a
actually
real.
water.
It's not a real water balloon. It's shaped like a water
They're just-
balloon, and it's like
They're
and
throwing.
it's about this big.
They're throwing
so,
soggy
yeah.
yarn at each other. Is what it comes down to.
But you know what?
Wet
That's good for
socks
my
at each
son.
other.
That's
I'm
good-
not
that's good
dogging
for
it.
People like my son who would actually try to eat the balloon.
That's a tight
No,
knit. Woo!
It can be done, fish.
Oh man, we're gonna end on a high note, you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Witchy Gamer was Kiwi's witch on Mixer.
Yep,
She does crocheting.
she does, and I've seen her streams where she does it.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
All right, anybody have any beefs?
I have a beef.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about it in chat already, but yesterday we closed at 8. For some reason, my manager keeps us open till 8:15, and I'm allowed to lock the door at 8:15. They shut off the online ordering at like 7:45, so you can't wait until just before we close and order a big ass fucking meal, and then my driver's gone all night. We close at 8. We lock the doors at 8:15. I closed one door, locked it, went to the other door, and as I'm like about to lock the door, some lady opens the door and says, "Are you closed?" And I said, "I'm locking the door." And then she pushes past me and goes to the front register.
Social distancing past you mean?
No, pushes past me, goes to the front register, and then stands there and like looks at nobody, because I'm at the front door. There's nobody back there.
It's terrible.
It's bullshit.
Ladies, we're closed.
That'd be like
Get out.
walking into a I don't know, like a Best Buy, as they're locking the door and like going back to the TV section, like, which TV do I want? I wonder when someone.
It's a hoe move. It's a hoe move.
It is
Pure and
it is
simple.
absolute bullshit.
We had 2
And
tables tonight.
you're
that
a piece of
literally
shit if you do it.
did not get the hint that we've been closed for 45 fucking minutes.
Mm.
We're waiting for you to leave to shut the lights off and lock the door.
Yeah. Here's the thing, the owner watches the video feed pretty regularly when he's not there, and if I was to kick this lady out, he would be fucking pissed.
That's your ass. Yeah.
He would be pissed because even though
You would
it's
ask if they're locked.
she only wanted like one sandwich, it didn't take long to make and it wasn't a big deal, but it's like if I didn't make her a sandwich, then maybe she never comes back.
It'd be a bigger issue. Yeah.
Yo, Rick coming out of nowhere with 15 months of subs. Thanks, bud.
Rick.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, man. The thing is like, I don't want to turn anybody down because we are struggling. You know, we're a small business, and even though we're a franchise, it's difficult because we really relied on people at work wanting their lunch, like in like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? That was part of our like main model was lunchtime. We slammed it, and you know now it's like we're doing okay. You know, we're not like gonna shut down or anything, but it's every dollar counts right now. So
You're just scraping by.
I mean,
I know.
we qualified for the Trump small business loan. So we were able to kind of skate by the last 3 months because of that, and business has picked way up since then. So we're like doing good.
Great.
doing well. A lot of our business is actually starting to come from catering more than it is from lunchtime. Like tonight, I sold 45 box lunches,
Nice.
which is, I mean, it's no big deal, but it's like $450 that we weren't going to make. So
I had an argument today with somebody saying, "Oh, I want to come in with a party of 20. I can't serve you a party of 20. We're not allowed to." What do you mean you're not allowed to? COVID's over. No, COVID's not over.
who
The
said?
law says you can't have a party of 10 indoors. You can't have a party of more than 10 indoors. And in our restaurant's policy is no party larger than 8 indoors.
Oh well, shit! Fuck, man. COVID's
not
over.
taking-
Everything's cool.
You're not taking our entire patio for your party, which you can only have 15
Fox.
in Connecticut.
Tell the entire
Plain and
UK,
simple.
COVID's over.
Apparently, they think it's over. She's sitting there arguing with me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no,
Everybody
lady,
at
I
the dinner table
can't.
looking like this.
I'm like, I'm sorry. There's no restaurant in the state that will legally take you for a party of 20 at all.
So, I have another restaurant beef. You guys want to just hear some more beefs, or do you guys have beefs?
I like some restaurant beefs.
You guys have some beefs? Anybody else want to get their beefs in before I... It's over, P-Pops. I have a guy. He came in tonight, actually. And he's on crutches. And I saw him, like, walking up. You can't always tell if they're going to come into our shop because there's, like, 3 or 4 shops past us. And then there's, like, a Beef O'Brady's. I don't know if you guys have Beef O'Brady's. Where you from?
Yep.
No.
We have one here.
It's basically like a beer and wing joint. Irish-themed beer and wing joint. So people will walk past us all the time, but I see him and he's crutching his way in, and I can tell he's coming in. So I actually go out and open the door for him. It's pouring down rain. Go out and open the door for him, and he comes in or whatever, orders a sandwich, and makes sure he says water cup. Guess what he put in his fucking water cup?
Beer.
Tea.
Oh.
He didn't pay for the water cup. Water cups are free, but he puts tea in his water cup. And I don't notice this until the end of his meal because he doesn't clean up anything or throw anything away. He just gets up on his fucking crutches and crutches the fuck out of there and leaves everything on the table.
Mm-hmm.
There's a beef for you.
Which it is difficult, but seriously though, he could have balled that up into something he can hold.
I
on
don't
to.
fucking mind cleaning up after somebody, especially when he's on crutches. But
Water
he
cup.
fucking stole soda or tea from me. Blatantly, on purpose, stole it. That's another beef. Do you want another restaurant beef? No one puts on fucking masks. I live in Florida, where obviously people really do actually fucking think that COVID is over.
Mm-hmm.
People actually do think that. My area, the county that I live in, is the #1 hotspot in our nation. And I can tell you why. Because every fucking buddy and their mom comes to my restaurant with a mask off.
No good.
I don't think we're ever going to get over this.
Nope. Just gonna
Until
be
people start taking it seriously.
No.
immune to it or die from it.
Yeah, our city is number 3 or 4 in that county. Yeah, totally. Not, dude, Fox. I am not kidding, man. You can come here right now, and it's like there's no pandemic at all. You can go to any
Fox, don't go there.
any restaurant, any store, any shop, any gas station, and I guarantee you, 1 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10 people are wearing a mask.
As soon as you land from the plane, you're gonna catch COVID.
The plane is actually going to dissolve as it's landing from COVID.
It eats the.
You're just gonna fall to the tarmac on your ass, immediately infected with COVID.
No, they have parachutes under the seats.
Yeah, but those have been eaten by COVID, so
Oh shit!
apparently
And
this
the
virus
people
is
that pick-
also
Yeah. The people that pick you up will let you know that the COVID's over.
yeah. COVID's over. They say through their fucking
They're like, COVID's gone, you guys. Just come on in. It's totally fine.
COVID's over. Everything is cake. It's fine.
Yeah,
everything's cake.
everything is cake.
Pretty sure COVID is cake.
All right, gentlemen, chat. I am gone for the night.
It's time to go. We're gonna go back to Discord and hang out in our Discord channel for a while. Thanks for being part of the show. You guys are awesome. Love all the butts. Also, play female characters when you can. Or if you're Steve, play a dude. It's fine. I'm not judging him. I'm just saying maybe he's looking at ass all day.
No, that was Thantos that had that issue.
Dude.
Yeah, but I think he was exposing you as well as going on there.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, you can always catch us here Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. My channel, Can's channel. You guys are also, if you want to, welcome to broadcast the show as well. Any of you guys who are broadcasters, just to let you know it's possible. I can give you all the assets and we're good to go.
Yep. We can set you up.
It's true. We're gonna be doing the whole episode next week about streaming.
I'm going to shamelessly plug our Tuesday night plans. Sneak.
That's good. I wish you guys would plug more stuff.
Tuesday night.
I heard a loud scream in the microphone just now.
Tuesday night, Sneak and I will be once again teaming up to rid Hope County, Montana of evil. Come by and check us out.
We like to blow shit up, so just be prepared.
We are now the heroes of Hope County, so come watch us. It will be fun.
Be prepared.
Or something.
Anybody else got anything they want to plug? Nick, when do you stream?
I stream Thursday nights from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. and
Pacific.
Pacific Standard Time.
Specific
time. And then I stream Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So tomorrow morning you're going to be streaming.
Yes.
Remember, guys.
On Thursdays.
That's Pacific.
Pacific. On Thursdays, if there's people online playing the Destiny, I stream the Destiny. On Saturdays, I do Warframe. But if nobody's on Destiny, I will do Warframe.
There you go. Anybody else? Canned? Do you have a real schedule?
I'm in like a little gray area right now. Tam Tam's been having a rough time. I've been having to spend a lot of time with her.
Thank you.
But I know for sure on Fridays I'm going to be there, but I can't promise anything else at the moment.
Right, and something else that I noticed, Bacon was streaming for the first time in a long time.
I did in fact see the Bacon.
I stream when I can.
Was it for the first time in forever?
I will be live tomorrow night at 9:00 Central.
I'll be live tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna be live on Sunday.
Oh yeah, doing what?
Doing Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice. I can't wait. I'm stoked.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I think we should give it a good old college try. We're gonna try to broadcast our campaign. See if
hold
we
on.
can fucking paste that together.
Steve just commented blarg.
That was not about that. He was talking about looking at my butt.
Oh well. So is that
it's
like
actually
a good thing or bad thing?
I'm willing to completely admit it here. Like I don't really have a butt. It's just like my ass is just the rest of my back, and then like that's my legs. You know what I mean?
His
like,
back splits in two, and then he has legs.
It's that easy. Really, it is.
Sneak has no cake.
Yeah. I've laughed so much of my ass off that it's completely gone.
Yes.
Yes. On that note, say goodnight, chat.
Good night, chat.
Good night, chat.
You guys can catch us on Discord. Come hang out. We're gonna be chatting in Discord. Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Laters. Good. Where's my mouse? I can't find it. There it is. Perfect.
Stay fancy, friends.
Okay, going to the after show now.
Too fat.